Hi, welcome to Orchids with Barney. Now in this video I want to show you this Phalaenopsis. It's Aromio series, which is actually a trade name, not the actual cultivar, so it's hard to find. I've tried to find out the actual cultivar name, but I've not had much luck, so I don't know what parents go into this, but nonetheless it's Aromio because of its really strong fragrance. And this is Aromio peach, so it's got a really lovely peachy colour to the petals that kind of go to this pinkish center and this amazing spotty lip, which is really special. Now it smells incredibly strongly lemony, which I suspect means it's got a bit of Phalaenopsis bellina in there, because I know that has a lemony fragrance. But I also think it probably has some Phalaenopsis schilleriana, because you can see from the leaves it's got these beautiful mottling on leaves, and schilleriana has got the mottled foliage too, and a rose fragrance, so maybe that adds into the fragrance. Now it's quite floriferous. You can see it's got a lot of flower spikes, and the flower spikes are quite branched, so you get tons of blooms. I actually got this from a supermarket. When I got it home, some of the buds here fell off the ones I hadn't opened because I think the stress of being in a supermarket condition or whatever meant it just could have cancelled those ones off, but the rest have opened and smelling really lovely. In the morning it's most fragrant, and the lemon fragrance will, fill most of a room, especially when the sun's out and it's in really bright light. Obviously it doesn't want full sun or anything on the leaves because they'll burn, but if it has really bright light, the scent is stronger, and by the afternoon you can still smell it from a foot away. It's actually a really powerful fragrance. Not so much at night though. It makes quite a nice display of all these flowers, and the foliage, again, because it's mottled, is really attractive even when it's not in flower. Now you can see I watered this just yesterday, so you can see the roots are all still green, and when they all eventually go this kind of whitish silvery colour, I'll water it again, so probably be in about a week and a half. Very important to make sure it dries out between watering. Older leaf here is starting to turn yellow and fall. Again, it's probably something to do with stress from a supermarket, but I'm not worried because it's an older leaf, not such a concern really. Now it just needs warmth, bright light, very easy to grow. And what I found, because I've actually grown this previously, I ended up giving it away, but I grew it for about 3 years, and then I've just got hold of another one, so because I moved away for work. So now I'm back in the UK, and what I found when I grew it before is that all the flower spikes that initiate, they come down from the leaf axils, and I find it from growing it before, they start in the autumn, sort of latter autumn, and then they grow, and then they flower in the winter to very early spring, and then the flowers will fade. And what I have found from growing it before is that even though the tips of the flower spikes are still alive, they don't really develop any further, and actually all of these, when the flowers are gone, they're all going to go brown and die back. And then this coming autumn, currently it's February, new flower spikes will initiate from the leaf axils. So really I just need to grow it well to get as many new leaves developing, to get as many new flower spikes potentially arising from these new axils that have not flowered yet. So these ones down here, which have already produced flowers, will not send another flower spike out. That's not going to happen. It only comes from the newer ones. So you need it to grow a lot more leaves to produce more leaf axils down here, where the flower spikes will emerge from. So I need to grow this well, and then hopefully I'll get loads of flowers next year, lots of branching, there'll be more leaves, so it should be even fuller. And if I keep it unstressed, then it won't abort any flower buds, which is great, so I'll get loads more flowers. So here we go, that's the Phalaenopsis Aromio series. This is Aromio Peach, really beautiful, really incredibly fragrant, and highly recommended.